Alright, everybody. Welcome to the Assist King podcast. My name's Tyler.
My name is Seth.
My name's Conlon.
My name's Mario.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Holden.
And on this podcast, we talk about video game franchises and how we got guys heading over with a giant bowl of watermelon and honeydew.
I love melons.
He loves melon.
Cantaloupe, bro.
And on this podcast...
Holden.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we talk about video game franchises and how they've changed over time and our own personal experience with them. Today, on this episode, we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter. You guys are reacting, but it's... So, there's a group of us that are playing...
Literally half.
Yeah, like half of us are playing Monster Hunter 2 Freedom on the PSP. They're all partied up. What, did I get it wrong?
It's
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Ultimate.
Oh, Monster Hunter
No.
Ultimate.
No, Monster Hunter Freedom
Freedom
Unite. I'm
Unite.
sorry.
Okay.
God.
Sorry, everybody.
Well, that's a great segue, because I have never played the series before. But half of these guys are playing Freedom Unite on the PSP, and they're getting mad at each other because I think this is the first time they played together in years.
They're getting mad at the game.
In everything.
You don't get mad at each other unless you just suck blatantly.
Yeah.
Then you get mad at one person.
So we're playing the Monster Hunter, or we're talking about the Monster Hunter franchise. While they're doing that, I'm also going to be playing Monster Hunter Tri on the Nintendo Wii. I put about 4 hours in just to get my feet wet. Literally, that's what it takes to get your feet wet in this game, as I found out. And we're just going to move on from here. So I won't count my experience with Monster Hunter Tri at this point because I haven't experienced what it has to offer yet.
Anything.
Yeah, literally anything. I've seen the guy, Chris. We'll get to that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I haven't played any of the franchise. Seth, how much have you played?
I'm a modern player. I played Monster Hunter Freedom for the PSP, and I've also played Monster Hunter Tri. It's my copy that we're going to be playing. And we'll get into... Tyler will be walking through the more of the beginning part, and we'll hop onto my playthrough later on in this show, and we'll do some more later on quests.
Mario?
I'm playing right now Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and I've also played Portable Third for PS and also Tri for the Nintendo Wii.
Colin?
I've played all of them except for Portable Third. I'm actually playing Freedom Unite also with Mario right now.
And Holden?
I played Freedom 2, and a little bit of Tri.
Michael?
I've played Freedom 2 and Unite and a little bit of Tri with Mario. I'm playing Unite with Mario and Colin right now.
Alright, so the three darkest people in the room are playing
True that.
Monster Hunter on their PSPs at the moment. So yeah, we'll get it started with...
The honkies are chewing on some melon. How's it feel to be the minority, Holden?
That was high school, bro.
Go ahead, pull it up on the wiki.
Oh, we can get it.
Because you gotta do call-outs.
We'll have references.
Yeah. So right now, in Monster Hunter Tri, we'll get into the mechanics and the design and stuff like that. But Did you die?
Every time you Cantor charges.
Oh gosh.
You move. That's what you're supposed to
You
do.
might have to shut it down,
No, it's
guys.
not.
You might have to.
Oh, well, man. That's cool.
I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead. Actually, go ahead and finish what you're doing, and then we'll start up again. We'll just continue from where I just stopped.
Okay.
Because I'm about to introduce the first title.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll hunt the Great Jaggy. Why the hell not?
Hey, you
Do I
guys
have any
are butt
honey? Oh,
at this
darn it.
game.
Ooh, what?
I said you guys are butt at this
No,
game. Oh.
you knocked it over.
I'm so done with this thing.
Man,
You're supposed to kill me next. I don't
You know, you
care.
guys should fight White Fatalis.
You should go fuck
No.
yourself.
You guys have it unlocked?
That's
It
what
has-
I'd be doing if I caught
It
up
has
on a White
moves that you
Fatalis.
can't dodge.
That just kill
Like
you.
this charge.
I have
Seriously,
honey in
every
here.
time this thing charges, I can't get out of the way.
Actually, that mega potion.
Yup, make them
Oh
hot
my
dogs.
god,
Are you serious?
You died all 3 times. What are you doing?
I just picture you walk back in the area and die.
I don't know if I've ever fought that before.
The Cantor? I have its great... Either great sword, shoulders, legs.
I have its bow.
Really? I never really got into bows.
You got nerfed
Yeah.
in Unite.
All right, shut this thing down because I can't. You know me. I can't.
Dude,
play.
I
Can't
love
articulate
bows.
while you're...
Yeah. Especially, have you seen me? Well, you were there when I was playing Marvel. I was like, everybody, stop talking
Yeah.
to me. So
Like, you could beat that-
I was getting
that
super
ass.
mad. It's all right. It's okay.
This one's leave it. Yeah.
Yay, no
Okay.
errors.
So, you guys were
What
fighting the
is-
Incantor and you said ass, and for some reason, like my mind combined Incantor and ass into ass cancer.
Cancer that ass cancer.
Fight that ass cancer.
Fight that ass cancer.
My uncle had
Fight
ass cancer.
that ass cancer.
Dad ass
Fight.
cancer, no. All right, so the first game that came out, Seth, go ahead, take it away. I'm going to be hunting the Great Jaggy.
First game that came out was Monster Hunter, plainly titled just Monster Hunter, no numbers yet. It came out for PlayStation 2 September 21st, 2004 for America. It was out in Japan before that. In Japan, it was out in... Once the internet loads. If it loads.
The internet doesn't know how to load.
No, it doesn't. Anyway,
What's the
it's the first title in the series. And typically, how I've noticed the pattern, they release a game, then they sort of just expand on the game they release. Like,
With
for
new games.
Yeah,
Monster
instead
Hunter,
of-
Monster Hunter Freezing. But like,
Instead of a new numbered title, it's just, it's almost like an
they add a
expansion.
word, and then with that word comes new monsters and new areas, but pretty much the same overarching story. In a way, would you guys agree with that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Monster Hunter's the first in the series, and right now, Tyler's in the beginning area, or the beginning sort of modes where you're just starting. He's actually hunting his first, what can be considered large monster, kind of. It's they always start you out with like these dinosaur creatures. In the first games, they were Gaiaprey and Velociprey. They were stuff like that, and they just look like Velociraptors. And
Hence the name.
fine, yeah, hence the name. And they look just sort of dinosaur-like.
Oops.
Nothing too
Whatever.
monstery, dragony.
I won't need that, right?
Whatever yet. No, you won't need it all. And then the first one you fight is the alpha male of that pack, the Velocidrome, Gaiadrome, things like that. And they changed the names of them in this one. This one they're called Jaggy, and he's hunting the Great Jaggy first. Now, dude, don't go that way. Go to 2.
Oh,
And,
you're right.
um,
Oh, is it in 2?
No, but it won't be in the water.
Well, that takes me to 9,
I
right?
think it's
Yeah,
6
it
or
takes
7.
It should be in 6 or 7. It's going to be in 6.
I'm sure they told me, but I just didn't read it because the TV's too small. Oh, dang
It's
it.
in 6.
Waggle.
Anyway,
Why? Nope.
So-
Nope.
Are you not wearing pants?
So no,
No.
I'm not wearing any pants.
so,
So we'll start with the story.
the story. The story's
So
pretty much...
yeah, so
what's
I'll go through this. That's the thing. It's one of the games that doesn't have a story. You just play it. There is a story, but you don't play it for the story. If you do, there's something wrong with you. But I'll be honest.
You said 5 or 6?
seriously wrong.
It's going to be in 6. Go to 6. Don't... No, go the other way.
Well, no, it's one shot either way.
No, it's not.
You have to go through 4 now.
I'd have to go through. I was in 2.
Four is
I was-
You
it
went
was
to
2. It was 2
You went
regions
to 2,
every way.
5 to 6, but now you're going to go 3, 4, 6.
Go 3 to 7.
Now you're going to go
Sort of
3,
too late.
7, 6. Gosh.
It's too late.
This is probably going to be really confusing for everyone. Now you can't see. It's dark in here. You should take a torch? No.
That direction
Torches are
doesn't
for bitches.
What?
Ha.
Anyway, okay.
So yeah, go
That's
ahead.
what we're talking about. The story.
What's the story like?
The story
for
is
Monster Hunter?
essentially you are either part of a village or you go to a village, and there's great distress. Distress. Distress.
There's great distress in this village.
And in the village, it's always being plagued by some sort of monster, and it's known
Yeah, I
as the
feel like
flagship
it's-
monster of that game. In the first few games, it was the Rathalos. The Rathalos is essentially a very Western-looking mountain dragon. Essentially, it's red, it has wings and talons, and it can breathe fire. Very, very typical dragon. And you go to this village because you're going to help rid it of its flagship monster, which in the first 2 is the Rathalos, and later on it starts changing. But that's pretty much the main story. There's no conclusion because the village is just always in danger. It never stops
Monsters
being in
breed.
danger.
It just-
Monsters are always there.
They breed faster than rabbits, apparently, and they're always there.
That's what I always thought was funny. And we'll jump ahead to Monster Hunter Tri, the one we're on. They added something new. You usually have to have a quest to go into an area. In Monster Hunter Tri, you can go into the Moba Forest, and you're in the Moba Village. So you can go into the forest and gather resources and hunt monsters without having a quest. You just go in there and you spend as much time there as you want, and it's very freeform hunt,
Oh shit!
which is nice.
I'm learning.
Tyler's having trouble.
Hit up on the D-pad.
Yeah, no, hit down.
Damn. Oh, I got it.
There you go. Like, get out of that camera angle. But in Moba Woods, what I think is funny, essentially after you kill a large monster via a guild quest,
Which
There-
is the main
whiin is the main
arcing missions.
storyline missions, they just start showing up in Mogul Woods. Like, oh, there's a great Jaggy in Mogul Woods now. My favorite one I think is like the one monster that's been plaguing the village in this one. The flagship monster is Lagiacrus. It's an underwater thunder dragon essentially. It scared the
why are
bejesus out of
you
me.
going to
'Cause
Monster
I'm talking
Hunter?
about
What I'm playing?
yeah.
Just talk about stick with Monster Hunter 1.
Okay, back to Monster Hunter 1.
We'll get to 3 when we get to it.
Someone else talk then, because I'm talking.
Yeah, so
too
what are
much.
your guys' personal?
This is a group thing.
Yeah, so what's the game about?
He said, yeah, basically you just you start off as a nobody in this village, and this village needs somebody to protect them because their old hunter is old and he can't do anything. So yeah, he's like, hey, you
I need someone to
young
take
man
over
or
for
woman,
me.
I need you to go kill these dragons for me because I'm too
Woo, buddy.
old and decrepit to do it myself. And that's basically how you get started.
Anything else I can break on him?
No, this is Fro.
This is Fro.
Continue.
This is what?
This is
Fro.
Fro.
His bro.
Alright, so
Fro. It's called the King Jaggy Frill.
for visual purposes, the Great Jaggy looks like the spitting Velociraptor in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but huge.
Get out! Get
I
out!
think it's also worth noting that the large monsters in this game are not called dragons; they're called wyvern, and that there are actually some monsters in there that are called dragons, but they
And
specify
they're
between
Why?
them.
Why would you do this to me?
Did you not bring any med kits? You should-
I forgot you named your character Yolanda.
Yolanda, the red-haired
picture
white
this-
chick.
This game just the whole time. Oh hell nah!
I get it.
Trying to hit me, I'll hit you back.
So how did you guys get started playing Monster Hunter? Like, any of you play one besides me?
Nope.
I played one for like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna play
Oh
one.
God, no!
Oh, you guys
That's a
gotta play
hit
one.
check
I'm not
that you
dying.
got hit with.
I'm not dying.
It took a lot of your health.
I'm not dying.
Anyway, I started playing when
Yeah, for not
Holden
wearing
was
pants.
actually Holden Bevan, our friend who's not here, who's been on some of the podcasts, I think, or will be. On some
No, he hasn't
eventually.
been on any yet.
He'll
At
show
this
up
point.
eventually.
Nope.
But
Put that shit away.
Bevan and Holden had PSPs in high school, and they played
Freedom.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. No, just Freedom 2.
Freedom 1.
Freedom 2.
Nope.
Oh, you know
Nope,
what this
we-
is. Monster Hunter Freedom 2.
No, we started with 1.
Monster Hunter Freedom's on PSP. Or PS1.
No, it's not.
Freedom 2.
We're being bitches.
I played it.
Well, then I played Freedom 2. Anyway,
Yeah.
you pull up the wiki, because my thing's being stupid. Anywho, I started
I
with
did it
Monster Hunter
dumb. I
Freedom
did it
2
dumb. I'm sorry.
with Bevan and Holden in high school. We'd play during lunch.
We would.
Lunch was about 30 minutes, and you'd have 50 minutes of quest. So we'd usually get one hunt in, and it was pretty cool.
God damn it!
Eventually, the teacher got in with us, which is more fun. But what about you guys?
Fuck.
Well, I got
Wait.
into it because I saw.
Run.
What?
No, just keep talking. I'm just
Oh.
gonna keep yelling at myself for being a bad player.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw someone in the animation room playing it. I was like, oh, this game looks
It
interesting.
was probably me or Bevan.
Yeah.
So, no, it was like some alumni. He was like, he connected.
Oh, really?
It was like Unite, but it wasn't. It was a Japanese version that didn't come out, and he was fighting like a Kirin or something. Everything was in Japanese.
After
He
Kirin.
connected it to the computer in the animation room,
Oh, okay.
and then I saw it, and I was just like watching it, and I was like, this game looks fun.
That
I
was
have a
not
PSP,
me or Bevan.
so I should get this game. So then
Jukes.
I played it, and then found out people played in the animation room.
It was the worst juke.
I don't know if I played with you, Seth.
Oh,
But I know I
yeah.
played with Michael and our friend Steven.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Steven.
Oh,
had
oh.
it.
Steven played, yeah.
Get out.
Steven and his brother.
Marcus. Yeah.
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 Let's call him Markelos because of Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, because we always fought Rathalos
Yeah.
when we got to his house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't remember why I first started playing.
Stop. Put that on.
You started first playing. I remember showing it to you when Justin had his PSP, and you bought it off of him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because he had the game and didn't play it.
Yeah, that's
So-
why. Because
so
you
you
showed
ended up-
him,
yeah.
and I got it.
Yeah, and you got it off. So without me, you would be nothing.
So,
What's shit?
we already talked about what the point of the game is, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that's kill stuff.
So who's played the original Monster Hunter?
just I.
Conlon and Holden, kind of.
Holden did not.
Oh.
He doesn't.
So
It doesn't even count.
was that your first Monster Hunter game?
Yeah, it was the first one. I played it about a year. I played it in 2005, so like a year after it came out, and I was talking to my cousin's boyfriend at the time. He's like, "Oh, you play Monster Hunter?" And I thought he was talking about Monster Rancher. That's what I was playing. And I was like, "Yeah, I play it." And then he's like, "Cool, I'll let you borrow the new one." So, yeah, the next day he handed me Monster Hunter. I was like, "I don't know what the hell this is." And then I started playing it and fell in love with it. I've been playing it ever since. That was pretty much it. That's how I got started. And then I didn't really stop. I bought all of them except for the Japanese one that I couldn't understand for obvious reasons. And
He
I
doesn't
didn't
speak
play
Japanese.
Frontier. Huh?
He doesn't speak Japanese.
Not anymore. I didn't play Frontier either because I wasn't really into PCs and I didn't have a 360, so I didn't really waste. I didn't go into it at all. So yeah. And then, what about? Oh, never mind, because he just started playing it like 2 minutes ago.
Tyler?
Yeah.
What were we gonna
4
ask?
hours.
It's 4 hours. What are you gonna ask?
How you guys?
I was gonna ask you how much.
Okay, yeah. So I started playing. Okay, all right. I'll be honest. We did do run recording of this about a week ago.
Ish.
Was it a week ago?
Ish.
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah, about.
Yeah, we did a week ago. We had another recording of this exact game. Like we have to rehash some traded ground area, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, good to do.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't either. But at that point, I hadn't played Monster Hunter, and then you're like, as the conversation went on, I was getting more and more engrossed. So I was like, I gotta play. So
And he's actually researched it, and like he's
Yeah.
been telling me stuff like, "Oh yeah, look, the monster's drooling. That means it's tired." I'm like, "Oh well, I just see. I don't care. I'm gonna
no,
kill
where are
it."
you going?
Is there
Where are
like
you
meat
going?
or something?
Come
You
back.
could give it like tainted meat.
Oh yeah, I didn't even try that.
Oh yeah, the bait's so hard to use.
This game has a lot of depth to it. It's very, very survival. It very is your hunting. You gather your own supplies. You make your own medicine.
I didn't grab it.
You do a lot.
Oh, there it is.
And, oh, yeah.
Came behind me.
It takes a while. And it eats. Like you can trap them. You can give them tainted meat so they get poisoned or paralyzed. It's in depth. But the way I play is
You attack with A, right?
get your sword and you attack with it. You get your sword and you just kill it. You can
Or
you
hammer
can trap
or-
it.
Your
Man.
long sword. Don't use
Oh.
anything else but a long sword.
No, don't.
Okay,
Everyone
Colin is a little
biased.
biased, so
Yeah.
No, when you get your long
I'm
sword,
not
it's like
biased.
smooth
I'm
sailing.
correct.
Like you're gonna be when you get
I
a
don't
long
have
sword,
an
you're gonna
opinion.
be
I
so
have
happy.
a fact. You don't understand. That's good. There are many different weapon types. We'll use that as a segue to get into this. The easiest one that people start out with, and you only really have two that you mainly start with.
game.
You have the the main ones that I've seen start with are essentially the great sword and the sword and shield combo are what are typically the first two you'll get, and the first two you'll learn how to fight with and use. Each one has different combos. They all have advantages and disadvantages. Some can block. Some can go into a special mode if you pull the block button. Like it'll hold up a charge, or you go into what's called Demon Blade. Yeah, Demon Blade with a long sword and other things like that. And the thing that I think is really interesting, they have ranged weapons as well, which I used to use both.
Okay, just solve my problem. Just solve my problem. You see that?
Yeah.
He can hip check me all he wants.
Yeah,
You can block.
Yeah, then I can block.
you can
You didn't
block.
know you can block?
You can block with a great sword.
Nope.
It depletes weapon sharpness, though. So
Yeah.
be careful.
It does, and it also
Yeah.
takes
The
away from your
RPGs.
stamina instead of your health.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving back to weapons, I used to do bows a lot for range, but
Yeah, so,
that's gone in this.
What are the weapon classes?
There's no bows and try?
They're in Ultimate.
There's bow guns.
In Ultimate,
though.
they're bows.
In Ultimate, they're bows.
They're
So,
bows.
what are the weapon? Oh shit! What are the weapon classes to date?
Right now they have great
Concept
swords,
is-
and long swords. Which the history behind this, they used to be the same thing. Long swords are just like a cosmetic difference. They were just thinner. They were just like really long katanas, but they actually changed the weapon type eventually. And I believe it was Freedom 2. They actually added long swords as their own type.
Yeah.
So those sword and shield, which is like your really really basic weapon set. Dual swords, hammers, hunting horns,
Hunting
lances,
horns.
gun lances, switch axes, bows, like Seth just said. And there used to be light bow guns, medium bow guns, and heavy bow guns, but
Now you can combine them.
yeah,
all
you combine
three.
them into separate
Different
parts.
compensations.
Was
which
it
is
barrel
really cool.
stock?
It's a barrel stock and sight.
Yeah, barrel stock and sight. You can like kind of make your own. It's mix and match different parts of different light, heavies, and mediums. And kinda
Each
make your own
part has
thing.
different effects. Whether more attack,
Different weight. Sometimes
different-
they have a shield on them.
different elemental, even on them. It's really cool because you can mix and match, create your own thing. Yeah, weapons are very diverse in this. And the thing is, too, you start out with basics like you need
Nope.
a bone to make the.
Yeah, I got a bone. No.
Like, you need a bone to make the bone blade, and you need iron to make like the metal sword. And after a while, once you start hunting monsters, you can start making equipment out of what are called carves. When you kill them, you carve for their resources. You get their skin, their scales, their bones, parts of their body that you can use as weapons and armor. And that's essentially the point of the game.
You kill big things and wear them.
Exactly. You kill something, you wear it, and you use what you just killed to kill something bigger. Then you wear that and use what you got from it to kill something bigger than that. And that's the purpose of the game. It's all about getting better. It's self-improvement. That's the game.
I remember our animation teacher referred to it as a chia pet because he asked us, "What's the point of this game?" And we said, "We
Chia pet?
we
You mean
go out."
Tamagotchi?
Something like that. It's what Sullivan said. Sullivan called it a
those.
chia pet or Tamagotchi. He's like,
That's what he calls me. That's what my mom calls me.
chia pet?
Yeah.
It's because of your hair.
Yeah.
But
I'm Asian. I get spike ass hair.
he was talking. He's like, "So what do I
Yes,
do?"
I get spiked ass hair. I knew that one.
Just saw me glaring at him.
Yeah, pretty much you just grow and fight.
Charge it.
And then draw
charge
more.
It, charge it.
Yeah, because there's no actual leveling system. So basically, it's all skill based and based on the actual damage of your weapon and your armor, or your defense stats on your armor.
Yeah.
So you could be a pretty not good player, but if somehow you manage to get a decent set of equipment,
You should.
You might survive for a little while.
you might survive a little.
Get
while.
off my nuts, you little jaggy son of a gun.
The only real thing that's like levels is what you know is your HR, your hunter rank, and that just unlocks more quests.
Yeah,
more
that
than
doesn't
anything.
affect.
Yeah, this
It
isn't
doesn't
your
affect your stats. Like you don't get to HR3 and suddenly you're stronger.
this isn't your typical RPG where you level up and gain stats. Your progression is gauged off of what armor and weapons you're using and what you're hunting.
I also like the sense of camaraderie I get from this game. Like when you
Camaraderie. Write that one down, kids.
Did he just miss? He just missed.
Yeah, of course it is. Camaraderie. It means camaraderie, but in a ship.
Nailed it. Good job.
Shut up.
Gold star.
I'm not an English major, Conlon.
Neither
Okay?
am I.
But you're going into journalism.
Oh, shoot.
You have to know words.
Oh,
You fainted. All right, let's talk about fainting now. Tyler just fainted. In this game, you essentially have 3 strikes. What it is you have reward money. And
Wait, so I get 2 more tries and it's still.
you get 2 more tries.
Oh, sweet.
When you
dead ass. I just got wheeled into the village on a cart and I was in like face down, ass up.
Face down, ass up. Okay.
So let's just get refreshed.
That's I'm white.
Oh,
So, get the tainted meat.
Tinged.
I'm sorry, Conlon.
Count how long this takes.
So, when you faint, you lose a third of your reward money. Once your reward money hits 0, you've failed the mission and you get sent back to the village.
Is he going to be in 6, by the way?
Hmm?
Is he going to be back in 6?
Yeah, he should be. Or no, he might be in 5. He's in the area you left him unless he moved. And he can only move to 5 or 6, which is good.
Continue.
So, once you lose all your reward money, you hit
Like
0.
Michael did.
Yeah. We'll get to that now. So,
Yeah, let's move on to
you
the
can
next step.
also
when
we'll
we
move on to Monster Hunter Freedom 2 after I finish discussing community reward money. When you link up with multiplayer, either through server or wireless area connections for portable version, see it's the thing that's sleeping right there. Go hit it really hard. And
Charge it with
How do you
great
charge?
sword.
run up to it and hold A.
Put the
screw up.
controller up.
There you go. And so if you have 4 people, you can still only lose 3 times because you share the reward money through 4 people. So if one person dies 3 times, in this case Michael died 3 times when fighting a monster, everyone loses. And I like that it's if one person fails, everyone fails sort of thing. It's very you're only as strong as your weakest link. So not the best person can carry you. Alright, moving on now to Monster Hunter Freedom or Freedom 2. Which one do you want to go to? Freedom's next.
No,
Well,
okay.
Freedom-
Last time we talked about how Freedom or Monster Hunter 2 and Monster Hunter 2 Freedom are basically the same game,
No.
right?
No,
Or is it
no.
something-
Unite,
Monster
Freedom.
Hunter and Monster Hunter Freedom are the same thing. Monster Hunter Freedom was just a port from the PS2 version to the
PSP.
to the
It added a
PSP.
few things, though.
Yeah, they added a few things, not a whole lot. All they
Oops.
added was
Different
Okay.
colors
Well, he's
in
on
the
upstairs,
farm.
whatever.
I think the thing is when they add a word like from Monster Hunter to Monster Hunter Freedom, not much changes. But when they go to Monster Hunter 2, when they add numbers, that's when it really changes.
All that was added for Monster Hunter Freedom was the new boss, the Yan Garuga, which is just a cut cube with purple. Different color variations. They added the monster length system where you can actually fight. You get a record for killing like a Rathalos that was longer than a different like a Rathalos you killed before.
Yeah.
The skill system was added.
Did they actually look bigger? Like
Slightly, yeah. Some of them did look
the models were actually bigger.
Yeah, they did look some of them looked bigger. They added G-class quests. They added the feline chefs and feline kitchen. They added the farm, the training school, and the blue and white sharpness levels.
Okay.
So they only had what, red, yellow, or red, orange, yellow, green, and white in this, or in the first one.
Green was
The top.
Green was the highest.
And then they added blue and white.
And then blue was the next highest, and white. Then after white is purple.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll recap that. Sharpness level goes.
So okay,
red.
we'll describe sharpness.
Sharpness is your weapon and how effectively it'll cut through things.
Your weapon's maintenance.
Unless it's a
Yeah.
longsword, then it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, Colin.
Only sometimes.
But you know what? It
That
still
was a
matters.
beast roll.
That was very well executed.
Bro, I play Kingdom Hearts. I know how to dodge roll.
So
So
Sharpness-
Sephiroth, man.
sharpness will pretty much let you know how effective your weapon's going to be against what you're fighting. If your weapon has really good defense and you don't have good sharpness, it's not going to cut through it. Or if your opponent, if your monster you're hunting, thank you for catching.
Like it's made out of rocks or something.
like a Gravios,
Rosarios.
anything that has
It
just
also-
really high armor.
Every wyvern also has different weapons that they're weaker or stronger against.
Weapon types and attributes.
Yeah.
And elemental.
Like,
Oh my god, I would.
You got a
Well, I got that bone dope, bruh.
like the Gravios is a giant rock dragon. It's weak against hammers because the hammers smash through its hard shell. If you bring a great sword to it and
You
a
can
hammer
still kill
with
it.
it.
By the way, I beat the Great Jaggy, and
Yeah.
I can't feel extremely accomplished right now because we're recording. but
Carve
whatever.
it, carve it.
I'm going.
Yeah, so like if you bring a great sword or a
Crouch
hammer of same sharpness to Gravios, the hammer's going to be more effective because that's what it's weak against.
Mhm. And also, a thing that I don't know if they had it in the earlier ones. It has target sensitivity. Like the head is weaker than the chest, and the tail is weaker than the certain parts.
So on
and
and so forth?
Yeah, it's
That carve it
really intricate. So where you hit matters. It's not just like, well, I'm going to hit the boss. It's I have to hit it here to do the most effectiveness. And certain areas
This
are
move seems
effective
a
more
little bit okay.
for certain weapon types. Like a great sword does more
Oh,
on a head than a hammer does on a head, sort of thing. Anyway, continuing on. Common.
For to 2.
Yes.
Monster Hunter Freedom 2 came out in August of 2007, and with the new game they added
Did
they
we say who this
increased
is
the
developed by?
Capcom.
Oh, we're
Capcom's
slipping.
dev and publisher. Yeah.
We all knew, but
we had it right
put it
the
out there.
first time.
So they added improved graphics, of course, because it's new and people care about graphics for some reason. Item and equipment list is now 6 pages instead of 4 in your item box. Maximum rarity was increased from 7 to 8. Gun lances and dual swords and long swords and bows and hunting horns were all added.
And hammers and great.
Were added in this game. The download system was introduced where you could download special like event quests and things like that.
Oh,
You could have about 6 of them.
I remember those.
There were a few new monsters with like they had not new monsters, they added new English names to them. I didn't say which ones though. They added farm points where you can find special items out in quests, and you brought them back to your farm to get renovations to get more mining points or more rows in your garden or stuff like that.
Yeah, we have to establish that with the more subsequent episodes that I've been on that I've recorded, unless the game has made generational leaps, like huge generational leaps, or the franchise on its own, there hasn't been that many changes. You know what?
Oh, listen.
Huh?
I didn't say that. I'm
listening.
listening.
I'm
sorry.
You have a face of contempt. I'm like, oh god.
Wait, quick note. Common just knocked over my Wii and it did not screw the disc up.
Shout out to Nintendo.
Yeah, Microsoft can learn something.
That wasn't me.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's only his big butt that got in the way. Anyways,
That was my elbow, dick.
it wasn't your dick either.
Edit.
So,
My dick is
so yeah, I've noticed that like we've gone. This is only the second episode that we've done, but I've recorded 4 to date. Like, I've noticed that the franchises have changed very little. They're only if it's a very successful franchise, they only make very minute changes.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. To improve on the experience, not to change the formula. The same goes with the Monster Hunter. All they really do is add. They don't take away anything, as far as I know.
I'll try to weed out the.
Yeah. I noticed that on the wiki. On the
come
Monster
on.
Hunter wiki, like it tells you what they added from the previous title,
Yeah.
which is pretty.
I'll just
pretty sweet.
weed out all the crap that's not really that
Yeah.
major.
So yeah, you already said what they added. Who of us played it? Which one is this?
Two?
Freedom
This is the one I
Freedom
played the
two.
most.
So it's,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so it's everyone but me. Story time.
2 was my life.
2 was fun.
Oh, man.
2 actually introduced me to the monster that I'm afraid of almost the most today. It's the new flagship monster, and
Oh yeah, did you read the flagship monster?
the flagship monster in the first 2 was the Rathalos, your
Yeah.
typical Western dragon, Western mountain dragon. The one in this one was a Tigrex, which is a tiger combined with a flying T-Rex, essentially.
Basically.
And
Basically,
it scared me. It's fast and
so
Monster
tigers
Hunter-
are the biggest cats. Are the biggest big cat in the world,
yeah, that's true.
and then you combine that with a T-Rex
That can fly.
that got wings, though,
Yeah,
and it'd be
Basically,
like,
give a
damn.
T-Rex normal
Yeah, pretty
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
T-Rex with like normal size arms to make it more capable of not sucking, and then give him
I heard.
And wings.
I know. There's a theory for like they T-Rexes I think have the arm curling strength of like a car.
They
Like,
can't
they're-
reach anything.
Let me get to that. Their arms are hella buff and they're hecka strong. All right, they can curl a car. But the theory, one of the theories that the T-Rexes use their arms for mating. So like they'd latch on to their mate and not let go until they were finished. So if you could curl a car, you could curl a T-Rex, I guess.
I don't think that's how it works.
Fun fact. So are you saying like if a T-Rex was in modern day society, it would mate with vehicles?
I would.
It would get buff. It would get buff.
That's how Mega Godzilla was born. I can write Japanese movies.
They had Godzilla 2000, the one that released in the U.S., and the original Godzilla fight each other in a movie, and the original Godzilla beat Godzilla 2000 in 60 seconds. The villain was like, "Come down, Godzilla," in Japanese, and it comes down and it's like, yeah, pretty much. It walks out of the ocean like all the monsters do, and it's like, "Alright, I'm here. OG Godzilla ain't got shit on me." And the original Godzilla walks up and it's like, "Bitch!" Freaking punches that dude into a bunch of buildings, dead in an instant, and the villain's like, "No!" Like that was his last resort.
Was saying no really loud? Oh, you're right. My bad.
Damn, I didn't realize the movie would end.
Anyway,
so
quick
yeah.
thing I want to talk about with Monster Hunter.
my
they
jokes
have-
fell flat, but I'm okay.
They have
with
a
that.
very they have a very unique way of like getting you out of your comfort zone. The first few quests you always have are typical. Go around, get you familiar with your mechanics. Like this is how you gather herbs. This is how you gather mushrooms. This is
Yeah,
how
and
you
a
can
lot
find
of early
things.
quests too. They like provide your supplies for you.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
very nice. They'll give you like health medicine. They give you a map of the area. They'll give you rations that increase your stamina. They give you a lot. They hold your hand for a little bit. It's like riding a bike and your mom and dad are still holding on to you and they haven't let you pedal by yourself yet. But then Monster Hunter takes it a step further. They'll give you a quest that's seemingly innocent, like, "Oh, go to the mountain and pick some mountain herbs and bring them back." And little naive me was like, "Okay, cool, I'll do that. It's easy." And this was me playing Monster Hunter Freedom 2. And this quest is for mountain herbs. I go up and I go to the top of the mountain, and all of a sudden there's a cutscene. And when there's a cutscene, I learn to either expect to see... Yeah, I ate all the melon, sorry. I expect to see where what I should be gathering for or a new monster. And in this case, I'm like HR1, this is my 5th quest. I'm gathering herbs in the mountain, and a Tigrex crashes into the mountain. Like just goosh, falls down.
How am I able
And
to build
this
this monster
monster-
and I haven't even fought him yet?
Yeah, you have.
Oh, it's the water
There's no-
carnivores, right?
Not using any.
And this
My
thing
bad.
just crashes down, and this monster is fast, loud, and scary.
It's the first one in the game that
Like-
has the high grade roar.
Yeah.
So it like stuns you, and there's like particles
like particle physics for a second, and like crap's flying up off the ground because it's yelling at you.
The thing is, too, when this thing runs at you, it doesn't run at you. It like runs and chews while it's running.
It's
at
like
you.
snapping at the
It's
air.
like a hungry hippo that's like mobile and more intimidating. But it's classic. They do this, I think, in every game they've done it. They'll have this quest that's seemingly innocent, and then boom, they'll throw this flagship monster at you. You don't have to fight it, of course, because you would lose. Like, in fact, in the newest game, they have the little guild lady say, "Run away, you're not ready for this. If you try to fight it, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Don't do that."
I didn't run.
I didn't either, but I got
Holden did.
scared and
I
peed
ran.
myself almost. Holden ran. I don't blame him. But it's something that I think is really cool. It's pretty much like, okay, tutorial over, now we can start you actually killing things and getting on the game.
So we have to talk about how this isn't your typical RPG. So you have the expectation that you most likely at some point will have to grind during an RPG, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you'll hit a point where like you hit a stride, and then you'll get to this one boss. I remember Final Fantasy X is my biggest culprit. You'll get to this boss, and you're like, "What the hell? I can't beat him." Oh, all right, time to backtrack and fight whatever else is out there. And
Yeah.
you do that for like maybe an hour or whatever it takes. You go do it, and it's like a cakewalk. This game is an entire grind
Yep.
The whole time.
the whole time.
But it's fun though. It doesn't really. To me, it doesn't really actually feel like a grind. It feels like I'm just not as much as other games. Like I feel like I'm just actually.
You're saving
Like,
this village.
Yeah,
You
well,
are.
kind of. I actually
Do you even
read
continue-
some of the quests.
Do you even continue caring
Me
about
too.
about the village though, or you just go out there and it's like, I'm gonna cut this thing's head off? I'm gonna cut
Yeah,
this thing's
at
head
a
off.
certain point, it's like, okay, I don't care what you said, kill it. But like, at first, it doesn't. Most of the time, it doesn't feel like a grind to me. I don't know why.
No.
I don't get that.
I agree.
It is though. It definitely is a grind. It just doesn't feel like one all the time.
Because when you're
If that makes
grinding,
any sense.
you know there's something else. It's like, gosh, I just want to get to this. I want to get to this moment and get past it. If it's just the whole thing's like that, I wouldn't. That doesn't sound like a fun game. But this game's great. I love it.
Well, and every fight can and does feel different. Like even if you fight the same thing like 6 times in a row,
It happens.
different things are gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna fly into a different zone every once in a while. You might not dodge this one attack, and all of a sudden you're at like 10 health, and you need to go heal.
That's very true. I actually, before we started, I was playing and I was fighting a Raytheon over and over and over again, and it was different every time. Like, one time I got hit by a fire attack, almost died. The next time, I killed it within 10 minutes. You're going to get different things every time. It's never an identical experience. And that's something that I think should be
Am
applauded.
I unequipping this stuff?
Yeah, you are.
You are.
I'm totally stripping right now.
Naked.
My bad.
Fight it without armor.
Regret nothing.
Show how
Why do I
manly
have
you
2
are.
Jaggy homes?
Because you made
'Cause
your
you're
Jaggy
dumb.
Homes.
I didn't make 2.
Wait,
You don't have to. No. That's a leather helmet. Look,
Oh, okay.
you have a Jaggy helm equipped.
You want the Jaggy,
he has leather equipped.
right?
That's why the E
Go
is on
right
it.
one.
Okay, what? I know. I don't want it equipped right now. That's why.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go scavenging, and it's faster to scavenge than the leather armor, bitch.
Oh, dabba, 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 fine. Just
That's
do
true.
it. Just don't
I
die.
like how you're going like yabba dabba. I was expecting to go yabba dabba doo. Alright, someone else go for a bit. I've been talking for a while.
Move on to Freedom 2. Or not Freedom 2, Freedom Unite. Because Freedom 2 I don't have a lot of stories about. Like, Freedom 2, I played it, but it wasn't...
What did it come
Freedom
up
2 is actually not that dire. It's like, well, there's a giant Tigrex that might
PS2.
attack. I don't know. PSP.
They didn't make a console one again until...
Try.
well, no. The Frontier.
Was that
Frontier
only in
was
Japan
on...
though?
PC.
was on 360 and PC.
Frontier was on 360?
Is Frontier only in Japan though?
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's
Is it
that
the redheaded stepchild?
stupid Infinity Blade crap with the Monster Hunter skin on
Hey,
it. and-
Infinity Blade is a good game.
Okay, it's good
But
as
it's
Infinity
not-
But
Blade,
as
but it's not
Monster
good as
Hunter,
Monster Hunter.
yeah.
It's butt, and I don't like it.
I should say that.
Well, I
they were
mean,
talking
butt is
about
kind of cool.
Monster
I like
Hunter.
butt.
I like myself a butt or two.
I like booty. Monster
No,
Hunter.
not
Dynamic
booty.
Hunting-
I'm talking about like butt.
I'm
Like you have
talking about
ass,
booty.
then you have booty, but then you got butt. It's
I'm
like
talking
butt has a
about-
whole different connotation to it.
It
You know what I'm
does.
saying?
Sir Mix-a-Lot will agree. It's not called
Anyway,
It makes you. It makes me.
I'm saying.
I mean, I'm gonna speak for all of us. It makes you a little happy in the pants. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
Mike,
don't.
he doesn't know how.
I don't want you
how
to speak
it
for
works.
me.
I don't know what.
He broke his elbow because of this.
How?
He got tennis elbow.
Oh, gosh, dude, come on now.
I mean, just because it's true, but seriously, stop.
Damn. Anyway, Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting is
What the
an
hell?
iPhone App Store game, and that's why mainly.
It's an iOS game.
Yeah, it
That
has
should
its
not be on a
limitations.
phone.
No,
It really shouldn't exist. I don't know what they were doing. They could have put that effort into making a PS3 launch.
Why
No,
am I
not the
pulling out
same
my
thing at all.
sword?
okay.
Anyways,
Because you're not pointing out.
Freedom 2
Huh?
was my first
Point it
Monster
out.
Hunter.
Oh,
That was when
Before
I hit
you
my
move on.
stride. in
So how did you get
Monster
into it,
Hunter.
Michael? You saw what Holden and Bevan playing it or something?
Mario.
Oh, Mario was
Yeah,
playing
because that's how I started playing it because we would play it at lunch. So I think Mario was playing it before I did, and he like introduced it to me, and then like everybody was like playing it at lunch, so we would like hunt.
Which is always fun.
Yeah,
yeah. This is the game of hunting, carving, gathering, and running.
and it was
Yeah.
it was really
Occasionally very
social.
fast.
It was really a
As
social
fast as you could.
experience, Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it.
That's one
It
thing that I
was-
noticed about this game is super cool. Is like, see, I'm running around with leather armor. Basically, I just got street clothes on. That's what it looks like. Then I saw Seth's character, and he looks like he's got like his armor can best be described as wearing a barrel around your body.
Yeah.
It does. It looks cool. Believe me,
that
it's like
the
purple, and it looks like he's wearing a cage around his head and stuff like that.
Hopeless.
It looks pretty sweet, but basically he's just wearing a barrel on his body. But your character's dexterity, his movement doesn't change. Basically, all it does is just give you different protection. And did you guys talk about how skills work
No, we'll talk about that. now.
Well, skills were just introduced
with this
in
game?
Freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
in
Freedom
Freedom.
too.
So yeah,
Where you
Freedom
gonna
2
get
they really got
They
it.
got the skills.
Okay.
Um,
But yeah, so like your armor is just there for your protection. It doesn't like make you slower or faster.
There's
or
no
whatever.
weight classes.
Yeah, it's not like
That's what's nice.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls,
Sort of
where
thing, where
different
it-
armor is going to affect how well you move.
there's no carry weight
Exactly.
sort of thing. One thing I was talking about that Michael addressed, it was a social thing. Like that's how I got into it. It was because other people were doing it, and then I played by myself with it because then I could be better when I played with other people, and I could be pretty much that. So and then I'd be,
Oh, I'm not gathering,
I'd be a
okay.
stronger, I'd be a stronger asset when you hunt with other people. That's just something I liked about video games in general. At first, it brought community, and it was a social thing. Like I remember in '64, I'd go over to friends' houses, or people would come over, and we'd just hang out and play. Now it's online, and I'm not bashing on online, but it's become a lot more competitive, and that's apparent when you just go out and see people. Like Call of Duty is very competitive.
Oh damn! Called him out.
I'm not saying it's bad.
You know who's gonna
There's
hate you right
time
now?
and place in that.
Guess.
Who? Reed. Reed thinks
Anyway.
Transformers is a good movie. Reed's opinion.
Which Transformers?
All of them. He thinks
bad,
Michael
man.
Bay
By
is
Michael
they're
Bay.
enjoyable. Okay.
Are they like
He thinks it's like good though. Like
Dark
Like-
Knight good?
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
top
it's
three.
so-
I thought he said he thought Dark Knight sucked, and then
Yeah. It's probably something like that.
You guys can't see my face,
And the
but I'm
Transformers,
astonished
it
and
was
angry right
Okay,
now.
here's how Reed works.
Talk about Reed. We're gonna break it
What
down.
side-
Reed, if you're listening to this, by the way,
Good,
love
you deserve this. You went to Texas.
I might cut that one out.
I felt bad.
No, you didn't.
My apologies.
I'm Rick James.
Shedding a
right
single
now.
tear at my littering. You have to cut that one.
It sounded more genuine than Paul Dean.
Oh,
That date this episode.
yeah, that totally dates this episode.
Anyway, Reed pretty much.
No, go ahead.
I'm good at going back to things.
I don't feel
take,
bad about this.
Take his opinion and just don't believe it. Like if he says it's a good movie, it's probably bad. And if he says, "Oh, I hated it," you're probably going to
Say his
enjoy
opinion
whatever it
is
is.
considered false, and then you're good.
Yeah, essentially.
Except for like the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah,
His opinion of those are decent because he likes
He likes
cars,
cars. He
I
gets
guess.
it. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna rape you in the bum.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
gonna miss.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the. Nah. But back to why Reed would be angry is because I'm bashing Xbox and Call of Duty apparently, and no, social gaming was something that I just really like how it brings people together, and that's why I like a game like Monster Hunter. You're never really against someone. The only sort of competitive area in this is the arena, and that's just showing how fast you can work together. Essentially, it's hunting a monster and trying to kill it or capture it as fast as you can.
Yeah, this game isn't about the high scores. It's about
It's about
making your
helping each
character
other.
better.
It's all
Just-
about teamwork.
And I remember back when I was first playing, the first time I hunted a Rathalos was with Bevan and Holden,
And I had-
got wrecked.
I got destroyed. I had dual swords, and something about dual swords, you can enter a mode where you do more attack and you attack really fast, but you have like no defense when you're doing it, and you have to finish your attack combo. So, me being a genius was like, all right, I'm a better attacker than anyone because I have dual swords right now. So I went out and I started attacking this Rathalos, and I do the attack where I have to finish the combo, otherwise I don't move. I can't move till I finish it, and I just get plowed over, and I die in one hit because I had the first armor, maybe like upgraded my weapon 3 times. But I kept my distance. I was attacking more cautiously after that because I'm not dumb enough to just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Real quick side note, this game does teach you how to adapt. Or it makes you learn how to adapt.
that's one thing you
It's
got.
very, very good at
It's not
doing
just
that.
the player that adapts; it's the monsters too.
Yeah. The monster will... it seems to have this uncanny ability to dodge out of the attack I'm about to like go on it. Especially if I'm doing a charge attack. I'm like, alright, it's charged.
Oh yeah, near misses are terrible and awesome depending on which end of the near miss you're on.
Yes. Anyway, and when I was fighting this Rathalos again, I'm going on so many different tangents, but
Whatever, dude.
fighting against this Rathalos with Bevan and Holden, they were helping me the whole time, and it was to get me more experience with monsters and getting them fighting against them, and it was helping me to get better armor and better equipment. It's all about building up your team, because in Monster Hunter, you're only as strong as your weakest link. If you're fighting alone, you have to be strong as yourself. If you're fighting with other people, What? If you're fighting with other people, they have to be up to par with you, otherwise things could go awry. Say words, Conlon.
Yeah, we'll just move on to the next game. then, I
Next
guess.
game?
Yeah.
Next game,
All right.
Monster Hunter
So the next game in the series. Oh wait, we didn't talk about skills.
skills. Okay, talk about skills. Real
So
quick, yeah.
skills were introduced in Freedom and Freedom 2. They were in Freedom, but they weren't really a major part of the game, so they weren't that important. But in Freedom 2, they got a pretty big overhaul. Basically, what skills are you? They're armor skills, and what they do is you find sets of armor, and usually the natural skills will emulate something that a monster does. So my favorite armor set is the Nargacuga's armor set, and it's known for being really fast. So what it does is it gives you a bonus to your evade distance and your invulnerability, like an invulnerability frame during the dodge roll. So whenever you get a full set of Nargacuga armor, you'll be able
like
to
a god.
basically you'll be able to dodge around things a lot faster and for a further distance. And you also have the option to decorate the armor and some of your weapons too with gems. And gems will give you points towards different skills that you normally wouldn't be able to get. And also one of the more advanced things to do is a lot of suits also have, or a lot of suits armor also have like negative skills. So, for instance, if you get negative 10 points in fire resistance, you'll have a lower, instead of having increased fire resistance, you'll have a decrease. So you'll go from 20 down to 15. What people normally do is they'll call it gemming it out. They'll just throw in one gem, just enough to get rid of that negative 10 and bring them up to negative 9.
Oh,
but
I
it
got monster
negates the
fluid,
skill.
that's gross. Sticky fluid that is often found in insects after they feast. What do they feast on? Exactly.
My dick.
So yeah, that's pretty much it about skills. I mean, they're a pretty small thing.
Damn.
Go ahead, Colin.
Sorry. Continue.
They're a pretty small thing, but if you know how to use them right, they can make a big difference in the game, especially if you
Yeah.
like playing a certain type of role.
When you said Jimmy and out, I didn't even realize that made sense. I never connected that because after you hit minus 10, like you were talking about, fire resistance is a good example. Once you hit minus 10, it activates the first tier of the skills. So, or 10 minus or plus, and if you're just at 9, it won't activate the first tier for the negative effects of the skill, and that really does counter it very well. So, I never knew that.
One thing you
Something
should
I
also
learned
keep
from
in mind is that they don't tell you what anything does.
Yeah,
Nope.
they do. You have to figure. Some of them are kind of obvious, like fire resistance, of course.
It
Evade
makes you
distance.
stronger against ice.
I thought
Yeah,
I did this.
It's ice. It does. It helps you against ice.
Didn't I do this?
No.
This is a Gaiacris
No, it's
quest.
different.
No. Read it.
But I did it already.
No, it's from a different person.
Ombre, read the thing. He's still confused about this game, guys. Please.
They
bear
have to
with
do the
us.
same thing. Oh, this is in the Sandy Plains. What is it? Oh, here we go.
Sandy dudes.
It's a weakness guide, actually,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
to all of them.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. That is for Freedom 2, not Try.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. Well, it probably carries over.
Yeah,
For the
it
most
does.
Some of the monsters.
It does.
Yeah, so
that's a hip
Want to
hop.
unite, guys? Unite?
You want
Do we have any funny stories
About Freedom 2?
or any of them so far?
Gold
I remember
Leaf
the
is
funniest story
everywhere.
I had about Freedom 2 was... What's the first time the first time I actually watched Holden fight a Tigrex was pretty interesting, because he didn't know what the hell was going on. He seemed pretty confused most of the time.
I thought we both got it at the same time.
No, I had fought one a few times before, and I kind of got used to it. And watching you just frantically run around, like not knowing when to
Because
dodge.
the Tigrex is an asshole that
It
doesn't
is.
ever stop
I
moving.
agree. I've been playing the game for a while, but as soon as I encountered him, I was pretty
And
upset.
unless you fought him, 5 or 6 times, then you're running around not knowing what's going on.
That's with anything, though. I mean, that's understandable. Because it's cool because, like they were saying earlier, all the monsters have different, like, behavior patterns and stuff that you got to figure it out. That's pretty much makes the game, like, really interesting. That's, like, to me, the best part about it. Of course, besides crafting armor and all that good
Where am
stuff.
I going? I don't even remember.
Monster Guts? Is that what you
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Oh,
Do you
you
have
can
Sonic
answer.
bombs?
It's all good.
Hey, you can go through like a shortcut to get.
Oh,
to
yeah.
like
Turn
7.
around, and it'll drop you into 7. Shortcuts.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really cool. So when you start quests, guild quests,
Right.
hold on. Yeah, tell me where to go first.
Up there.
Yeah.
So one thing that's really cool about the quest is when you'll start in this village area that's like
Your base
basic-
camp.
Yeah, your base camp. Like nothing's happening there. All you do is collect resources that they give you for the quests. That's also the place where you turn in stuff that you have to hunt for or whatever. But there is a shortcut, which is pretty neat. I mean, it just puts you in basically the other half time. Where am I going, by the way?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Okay, thank you.
It's I think it's new in
Do you have a hot
Try,
drink?
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a hot drink.
I don't remember these.
Yeah, I don't either.
And 2.
Yeah,
With
but
the
it puts
shortcuts?
you. There's one like direct path that'll put you in one way, but then there's a shortcut way that puts you in another. So it's pretty sweet. What am I doing right now? Am I hunting those fools?
Yeah. Do you have a Sonic
for
bomb?
Monster Guts.
Do I have a Sonic Bomb? I do have a
But he has a
Sonic
great sword, so he can just slam the ground and they'll
That's
pop out
true.
eventually.
Watch your. Do you have a hot drink? Drink your hot drink.
It's killing your stamina, man.
There you go.
Bomb. Sonic Bomb.
Alright, so you know.
Get it, bitches.
So the next game in the series is Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Some of the major changes they had is they added new subspecies, and with new subspecies came new monsters. The first subspecies was like a giant crustacean class type of thing. They added the hermit.
The hermits
Yeah.
are you.
Yeah. that's
Well,
right.
they added new subspecies to them, so there's like different kinds. So the
Like
Hermitar,
colors.
Hermits are
Yeah.
Centaur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Hermitar and
there's,
Cianatars.
Larvitar?
No.
Close enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tyranitar.
The Emerald's Kongalala and the Copper Lagonga, which are basically just baboons. Those angry baboons that can
One's a
make their
snow
stomachs
baboon,
expand.
one's a jungle baboon.
Yeah.
Desert Devil.
The new monsters they added, like brand new species altogether, were the Nargacuga, my favorite, the Yami Sakami. I don't even know how to describe that thing. It's like a big green
Octopus.
moss octopus that floats
that
in the
thing.
air. Yeah, that ugly thing.
It's weak in the eyes, apparently.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for the monsters. Oh no, the Lavasioth. Was that in 2?
The Lavasioth?
Oh.
Never heard of it. What about
Lavasioth
the,
was... And the Hypnocatrice was also in...
what about the
Volganos.
Volganos?
What the hell's a Volganos?
I don't
I
know.
think
It just says
the,
it's
I think
there.
that's the Lavios. Lava.
I was like, everything else I've pretty much heard of, kind of.
Some of those are just like Japanese.
They
True
also
that.
added the new rare material system, like finding things that are really, really hard to get that'll get you the best equipment. Like Heavenly Scales, that's pretty much one of the rarest drops you can get from a Wyvern, I think.
Yeah.
And big Elder Dragon jewels. Well, at the time they were. I think there's new things now.
It did things to me.
They added the Feline Comrade system, which basically gave you some... If you were stuck like in offline, you didn't know anybody who had the game, or you couldn't play online, they gave you the Comrade, which basically was a cat that didn't do a whole lot of damage, but they did do stuff like play horns to increase your attack and defense, things like that.
Yeah.
Why are they running from me?
That's pretty much it for
They're gonna kill him.
for upgrade. They didn't change a whole lot, honestly. Of course, animations and things like that got a lot better, but as long as as far as game mechanics, not a whole lot was changed.
Yeah, because it's basically Freedom 2, but they just added same village and everything, just added monsters and.
Did you guys talk about the farm?
No, talk about the farm.
You can talk about it a little bit. It's not a huge part of the game, I don't think.
Well, depending on how you play,
Yeah, it could be made into a huge part of the game, but it's not required.
early on, it's really it's good really early on for me anyway, and then really late because there's this cavern where you can get what was it, the black, they're like steel edge or something like that. You can only get them there. Dark egg, something like
dark
that.
eggs.
Something like that, and they were made for using dragon weapons and things.
What?
Let me see.
Oh, read it out. Read it out. Read it out.
I lost my train of thought.
Read his name first. Read the guy's name first.
Still a better name.
Go ahead, read it.
So Kanye West and Kim Kardashian
Supposedly named their kid Northwest.
North for Northwest. And I found this picture of an old Major League Baseball player, and his name is Rusty Cunts. And the meme says, "Still a better name than Northwest."
What was I saying?
I don't know.
The farm.
The farm was especially early on if you like didn't know how to like go out and hunt things properly. It was a good place to get like materials, like not monster materials, but you could get a lot of ores.
Ores and bugs.
Ores and bugs. And some bones too, but anything like a Rathalos scale, of course, you weren't going to find there. Unless you can find Kutku scales, though.
Yeah, you could.
You can actually find them in...
What's up?
That was my dad, everybody.
Alright. You can find... you can find Kutku scales and things like dung pile. That was the first time I actually found a Kutku scales in a pile of shit. But,
oh yeah, you can find dung.
What's this?
Yeah, of course,
scale?
dung.
Ew.
But yeah, it was early on. It helped, and then later on, when you can find like the super rare stuff that you can only find there. But other than that,
Like
I never used it
Dragonite.
that much.
It was rare.
Well, Dragonite was rare.
You can find it in the volcano.
Yeah, if you went to the volcano at
Okay, we have to
Quest.
differentiate Dragonite, the material in the game, not
The Pokemon. You
Pokemon.
couldn't find
Yeah.
Dragonites and have them fight for you. Unfortunately, that would be
You couldn't fight and hunt a
pretty
Dragonite.
OP.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun.
Dragonite
But
Hyper
fun.
Beam.
I better not die. That'd be inconvenient.
You know what I think would be really cool though? If they make a version or like just a little like mini part of this where you can fight as the monsters.
Or you
and
like,
terrorize the boat. Just
Or
think about it.
like ride them.
or you can put two
monsters.
monsters.
They are adding that. They're adding like a grappling system where you can like. I've seen like a little bits and pieces of it, but I can't quite figure out if it's just like a way like Shadow of the Colossus style, like climbing up and attacking, or if you can actually like. I think
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You can
though.
do that
Keep
on
in,
Last
keep in
Gen.
mind at the point of this
No,
recording.
not all of them.
At the point of this recording, Monster Hunter 4 has been announced in Japan, so it's
That means
for
it'll be
September.
here soon.
yeah, it's inevitable for being announced in the U.S.
That means I don't know if I should just wait and get 4 and play that.
We're gonna play in Zelda.
Huh?
We're gonna play in Zelda.
Try.
What are you sometime?
Lower? Barbarian?
Well,
Yeah.
how are you gonna transfer your character from try to? You can't. You can't do it. Can you?
Is 4 coming out for Wii U?
I believe.
Can you capture your character from?
Three Ultimate to 4? Most likely. I don't see why you couldn't.
Can you transfer characters in any game?
Yeah, from Freedom to Freedom 2 to Unite, you can transfer your character. I didn't. I like to start over.
Well, you didn't
Crap,
get all
I
your
wouldn't.
stuff.
Huh?
You didn't get all your stuff.
Yeah, you didn't get all your...
You kept your really low level stuff, and then everything else gave you a voucher
Yeah, vouchers
For money?
for.
It turned into money. I thought like
No,
They were like...
Compensated.
They were
It
special...
was equipment.
the
vouchers.
recipe... or not recipes. Ingredients for crafting.
Oh,
Like that you can only use for like certain... like commendation Gs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot
okay.
what they're called. But yeah, like they allowed you to get only weapons that like... I don't want to say veteran players, but people who played the other games and got far enough were only allowed to make them because they only ones who get the item. And they were untradeable, of course, because they didn't want people just passing them around like they were no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know why everyone and their mama to have it.
No, of course not. Well then, consider it still.
Yeah, we're since the last time we played, or since this last time we recorded and us talking about it, we've talked about since
The servers got cut
sorry,
off.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Yeah.
For it's only been released on the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS, and I totally went the wrong way. As a group of friends, we totally like hey, let's all get the game and let's play and shit.
Yeah.
So we're like, for like the three of us that don't, you're getting your 3DS getting loaned out to you right now, right? It's
No,
even
he's
yours.
getting the 3DS. Not
Do you
the
have
game.
the 3DS isn't yours though, right?
no, I actually won the game for Wii U and 3DS in a contest, and I don't have either of the systems, so I'm like letting my friend borrow right now. We'll have a 3DS pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah, so we're all like, hey,
We're waiting.
let's
They're
get
they're waiting for me to do it first, I guess, and then they're all
let's
going to
get a
hop on
3DS.
board.
Comment, I'm poor.
let's get a 3DS and let's play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So we're all gonna do that in the coming months. hopefully.
Because
I might just wait till
class.
before it come out.
You get a Wii U.
Yeah, and then they're gonna shut down the servers. And I'll be
Don't
like,
say
you
that.
guys didn't wait.
Exactly.
Don't jinx it.
No,
That's why I'm
come
getting
on.
it for the 3DS so I can play local.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, if even
What's the point in playing online?
because
I mean,
isn't it
unless-
want to be ad hoc?
For strangers.
What?
Will it be ad hoc for the 3DS anyways?
The 3DS,
Deliver them.
no. 3DS, no. You only play. I get it mixed up. Which ad hoc is?
It's just same room and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
you only play in the
LAN
same
party,
room.
yeah.
Infrastructure is like you can't play actually like online, unless somebody's using the Wii U. I don't think.
Well, with the Wii U, how you have to be connected all on the same Wi-Fi.
You can still
I
play
think-
multiplayer.
And
Yeah.
no, how it works with the Wii U. So one person's got the Wii U and the touchpad, and then the three other people are playing on their 3DS, but it's all persistent.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and then you can transfer your character like. This is like a cross save thing, so like your character saved on Wii U will do the same one on your 3DS, and you can just like.
That's what's pretty sweet about the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Brought this up last time. How they've had cross-platform within their consoles, portable and home consoles. They've done a good job of doing cross-platform stuff. So like all the way back to the SNES didn't have anything, but the NES didn't have anything, but the SNES did. How you could put in a cartridge and then you could plug in a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color game into it and play that on your Super Nintendo on the big screen. So it's like, everything's so much better.
On that
Yeah.
huge 30-inch screen TV.
Yeah, for for a regular screen that's only like 4 inches big.
Yeah,
if
4
that-
inches is still big, my friend.
4 inches is huge.
Okay. So.
What are you guys talking about? And then for the same deal with the
Talking about pubes.
Holden's pointing at my dick.
Because he's Asian.
Tyler's Asian, not me.
I know I'm Asian.
Holden's average.
proud
No,
of
you're above average. You're an above average person, Holden. As am I.
You're both great people. Same with the 64, how, especially with like Pokemon Coliseum and the Pokemon Color games, you could plug them in to the expansion pack for the 64, and then DS and Game Boy Advance and into GameCube and so on and so forth.
Blah, blah, blah. Nintendo did that well.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna take a break. We'll be back after a quick break. Thanks. I was like, words are not happening right now. What's going on? So yeah, we'll be right back. back from our wonderful bathroom break. We all went into the same bathroom and shared the same toilet at the exact same time.
It's true.
Colin won't admit it, but he did, and he enjoyed it very much. He was in the middle.
He was nervous about crossing streams.
Yeah, but this wasn't Ghostbusters, so we did it anyways.
I won, by the way. I won in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was a competition. You guys won't know. We'll release it as a behind the scenes.
We'll discuss parameters of the competition.
Yeah,
but
we'll
I
discuss
won.
the rules and stuff like that.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, it has to be explained in video form, definitely. So
I forgot the video
we'll move on to.
Oh, look, it sees me, guys.
Oh, shit.
It
Okay.
sees me.
Yeah. By the way, Seth, I'm not playing anymore. Seth is taking the reins.
Quick
taking
note:
the sticks.
it roars and it can actually get me stunned underwater. Sound doesn't
Yeah, it
travel
roars
like that
underwater.
via water.
So Seth is fighting
Jesus.
the flagship monster of our next game. Go ahead, Seth. Or Colin, sorry.
Since me,
Monster
I forgot about
Hunter Tri- Monster Hunter Tri was the next game in the series. Came out for the Wii in August 2009 in Japan and April 20th, 2010.
Who cares
here in
about Japan?
America.
Do you really?
The 3 white friends did.
Also-
That's true, huh? You guys didn't say anything.
Our resident Japanese here.
do you even care? Have you even been there? No.
Is he even Japanese?
No. You're Filipino like me. Yeah.
You know how close that is?
So go ahead, continue.
I knew a Japanese girl.
You know what?
What did you do to her, Conlon? What did you do to her?
Why did you knew her?
What happened to her? The new monsters they added were
Where did you go?
Altaroth, the Baggy,
Is that it?
the Banahabra. Okay.
Where did it go?
Just
That
that
bug.
bug.
I found it.
Yeah, it's that bug thing.
I hate that bug thing.
Fish were new for some reason. They didn't have that before.
Did they,
as
you couldn't go
noise.
fishing before?
Well, you could
You
go
could go
fishing,
fishing,
but you couldn't
Now
kill
the
it.
fish were bigger, like the sharks and the
Oh, actual
big
fish
catfish.
creatures.
Yeah, you
Cha-cha,
have to kill them
no!
for cars. The Gigi, the Jaggy, the Jagia, the Ludroth, the Arator, the Great Jaggy, Krepico, the Loyal Ludroth,
The loyal Rudroth.
Barrett,
Loyal Rudroth.
Gobel, the Great Baggy, the Lygiacris, the
Frickin'
Giganox, the Barioth, the Aragon, Agnactor, Ciadius, Genmoran, Devil Joe, and Elatrion.
Yeah.
Those are the new ones.
That's a lot of.
Yeah, they added
That's
a lot of new
stuff.
ones.
But when I started this playthrough, my playthrough of Monster Hunter 3, one thing that that Monster Hunter does is it introduces the flagship monster in this game, which is the Lygiacris,
Which we're fighting
which
now.
Seth is currently fighting right now. We'll retell you. It's an underwater like Hydra dragon, not Hydra, but like
Thunder Dragon.
it's like a Loch Ness monster looking thing, and then it shoots lightning
With lightning rods on its back.
underwater.
And it's gonna
Which in
go curl
itself
up.
doesn't make sense because you're underwater. If it uses a lot of electricity, everything underwater, or at least a majority of what's underwater, should be affected by it. But it's okay because
Could get
it's a
shorted out.
because it's a
That's
video
electricity.
game. But
And we're questioning physics as opposed to giant monsters.
right, because giant monsters exist. Loch Ness monsters real. You've seen pictures. They put it in a Hitman. It has to be real because they put it in a Hitman.
Are you right?
Yeah, it's an Easter egg in Absolution. And then like the first level. Yeah, you have to shoot like 2 seashells, and then look out the window. And after, like, it's before you go make a hit on your original handler from the previous games, like in the very first level. So you roll the blinds in Hitman Absolution. You
Oh,
roll
Loch
the
Ness
blinds,
Monster.
you shoot the shells, then you look outside the window, and it's like it's a texture. It's not even a 3D model. It's just like a 2D thing that comes out of the water, like the head
A
of
cardboard cutout, just like
basically a
comes out of the water.
cardboard cutout just comes out.
Goes
It doesn't even
back down.
animate. It's like it's on rails, like, and then it rolls back down. And it's like, and Agent 47 doesn't even react or anything. It's just like, oh, that's a thing. Okay.
Doesn't even get it.
Oh,
Do we need to turn up the volume just so you don't have to do that?
No. I'll make my own sound effects.
Okay.
Roar!
Okay. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot real quick.
No, don't.
Too bad. Since we just talked about the Lygiacris being a flagship monster, what's your guys' favorite?
God, stop
Monster.
doing that!
Conrad.
My favorite is Nargacuga, only because it's just awesome. Like, it's like the best one. Nothing's better.
Mario.
My favorite monster is the Azurathlos because it was blue, and I like blue, and that was kind of cool to fight.
Was there anything special about the blue one?
Well, it was just the one that I fought the most because I wanted to get its armor, so I spent a lot of time.
Was the armor blue too?
Yeah.
Yes. So that was a gold mine. Get blue armor, and I think it had earplug on it.
I think so.
And then
Yeah.
so you couldn't so like when the monster screamed, you wouldn't be stunned by it. Like you could keep fighting it.
I didn't give you a fair chance, Colin. Was there anything special about the Nargacuga?
It was awesome. Did I
It's
say
black.
Yeah, you said that. Oh, it is black too. But is there anything like with
It
Mario?
looks so
that?
slick.
It looked like a bat, and I like I have a weird.
It looks like a bat. It looks like a Black
Like-
Panther.
Yeah,
It looks like-
I
oh,
like
gosh.
bats. They're cool.
It looks like oh gosh.
I was just thinking, oh gosh. No, what's the How to Train Your Dragon? What's the dragon's name?
Oh, yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Toothless.
yeah,
it looks like
it does.
Toothless. I forgot to bring
Toothless
that
with a
up.
beak, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty
Well,
much.
Toothless has a beak.
It was like
It's the one that's kind of like.
I've always had a I really like characters and monsters that are really fast, as opposed to like the big strong ones. Like, for instance, I hate the.
Yet
Hulk.
you use long
What?
swords.
Fast.
The long swords are fast though.
Not strong.
Oh, for real?
Great swords are stronger than long swords, but long swords are very fast.
I'm
Very,
gonna
very
start
fast.
using long swords still, bro.
Yeah, when you get it, it's gonna be your favorite weapon.
Where are
I'm
you?
trying to tell you. Anyway, yeah.
Seth.
Hold on.
Okay, hold it.
Okay, I
He
found
said,
it.
hold on, hold it. What's your favorite monster?
Hold on.
Probably the Gravios.
Why?
Of course, because he likes. He's the exact opposite of me. That's why.
It
Like
is.
when we
I am.
play little side, when we play Marvel, I never use any of the big bodies. I use like Wolverine and X-23. He uses Hulk all the time, like guaranteed, and I
Hulk every time.
That's his last.
hate
That's his
him.
last guy in all of his lineups. I
Yeah.
noticed.
hate him.
Okay, so why the Gradius?
I don't know. It's like this big, cool, sturdy, like rock dragon, and it has the hyper flamethrower beam, which is terrifying. And I'm pretty sure it's an unblockable,
Yeah, you cannot
and
block
it shoots straight across the area that you're in.
through
Like it's
everything.
it's terrifying.
So you can hide behind a rock and it'll still
It'll go through the rock.
Still not
But
as
the rock
broken
is
as a
still
hip
there.
check though.
No, it's still
No.
not as broken as a hip check.
We'll get to that, Michael.
I'd have to say the Centaur.
Why?
I like
Curveballs.
it's fast. Huh? What?
Curveball. Like,
Well, mind you, we had to do this. I've asked you guys this question the last time we recorded, but apparently you guys didn't remember. But that's okay. I don't think
No,
you said that last time.
You
either.
said when you play monster, or when you think of Monster Hunter, what monster do you think of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not your favorite monster.
That's true.
Everyone
Different
thought of
I still
Lapras.
answer the same way.
Well, what's your favorite? Oh, okay, go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I'd say Centaur. It's fast and the shell looks cool, and like when you get the armor, the
Can you
armor looks
describe
really
it?
cool. It's like blue and like silver, and it's like really like sleek.
Is it Shell the Lao Shan skull or something else?
No, that's
the Shingo ring.
No, Shingaron, yeah.
And it only occasionally has that for a shell, doesn't it?
Or is it the Diablos or the Mono? It's one of those. Diablos or Monoblos.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be. Sometimes it's not though, right?
It's one of
I think
those.
so.
Sometimes it's just. No, it's the Monoblos for the Hermitar, I think.
And the Diablos for the Centaur.
No, one of them just has a regular crab shell. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the Centaur.
Centaur.
The Centaur is the one that doesn't have the.
Cha-Cha, come back and protect me!
Because like the thing with the Hermitar has like
this attack.
which monster? The Monoblos. Like a Monoblos skull for a shell.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's the Monoblos is the
Is the Centaur.
no.
Centaur.
Hermitar.
Hermitar has the Monoblos shell for or Monoblos skull for a shell.
But no one has Diablos, right?
So you just like it because it looks cool, or
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. And it's a pretty fun monster to fight. It's not too difficult. It's really
It's
fast.
a subterranean monster too,
Yeah.
so it digs and sticks its
Yeah,
pinchers up
pops
out
up.
of the ground.
Oh
I
gosh,
thought you were
yeah, I
gonna say
hated
it sticks
that.
its penis up out of the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, it does that.
they have a Grabio skull for a shell.
Oh, and the Kezu, that penis monster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, I can't unsee that. That
You
thing
never
is-
will either.
I think it's
No,
gross.
it's
Just wait till you see it move around and shoot lightning. out of
and like
face.
its neck extends and starts.
You know what it
connecting.
needs though?
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like one big vein.
It's like circular.
It like goes over the top, like extends out a little bit, then it curves back on the other
Oh,
It's like
bro.
a helix around its neck.
side. Seth, what's your favorite one?
Favorite monster to fight would I'm gonna gay.
Hey, hot dogs ready if you guys are hungry.
Hot
Thank you,
dogs
Mom.
ready. Love hot dogs.
What's your
John, I
favorite
love the
monster?
timings.
So Seth, what's your favorite?
Penis hot dogs. Sorry.
That stuff's gotta stay in, man.
My penis or the hot dogs?
Both.
I mean, you know, do what you gotta do.
I'll stay in if you want me to, Holden.
Go ahead.
My favorite monster to fight, we were
That'll be
actually
the
just
video.
talking about it, would probably be, I don't know, I'd say at this point the Gypceros, because I think it's the one that's like,
The Gypceros?
just because
Level
of this one-
2!
Because that flash or the play dead thing.
just the play dead thing. It's like,
This is
I'm
the one I
gonna
know
fool
that
you
has.
guys, but
Okay, here's the thing. It's a large monster, and it fakes its death. At the end of when you kill a monster or you capture it, it'll say quest completed. But for some reason, this thing has the idea to lay down and fake dead when your mission is to kill it.
It does the same animation.
Oh yeah, it does the same death animation. But if you kill
But
it,
the camera
it'll
doesn't
say,
take epic angles.
and it doesn't
dramatic
say
angles
quest
or anything.
completed, which it would. So it's like, I'm gonna fool you guys. It's
The scary part was it stayed there until you got too close to it, and then it flailed about and did heck of damage.
oh yeah.
What
so
if you had a bow gun? Could you just shoot it again?
Yeah, you can
Oh,
keep
yeah.
shooting it.
But it would just stay there. Or
Oh,
whatever.
no, I'd get up.
I was like, oh damn, it didn't work. Sort of deal.
But I respect the Jaceros. He's trying to make different tactics.
Okay.
He
So
was a dick, poisoned me all the time.
Yeah, I hated that part.
so Seth is still continuing to fight the Lagiacrus. He hasn't stopped.
Because he sucks.
It's
Yeah.
been 10 minutes, Holden.
I know, you suck.
Can you kill it in 10
I
minutes?
think I can, actually.
Shut up, Holden.
So this is the first game for the week.
Holden's
right?
white. He thinks he's better than
Yeah,
everyone.
it's the first one. I think the first one beyond a Nintendo
What?
console at all.
You mispronounced
Yeah,
the word
that makes
no.
What's wait, what?
Okay, so I said Holden's white. He thinks he's better than everyone. He's like, you mispronounced the word no.
We have two different conversations going on each couch.
I'm not on a couch. I
Might as well
am
be.
the couch.
I just thought of the word dick cushions because you wear a couch and cushions.
The Barioth? No, that's the white Nargacuga.
This is neither of those.
This is a white
What is that?
Nargacuga.
It's a ghost shark. It's from 4.
No, there's a green light.
That's from 4?
Oh, okay.
There's a green one, and then there's the Lucent.
Man, what is
Lucent.
Lucent.
Was that
Lotion?
purple?
Lucent. It's
Lotion.
like white, and it has like red, purple accents.
Burgundy?
Is that in?
That's
Man,
sexy.
I want that armor.
I don't know.
That sounds sick.
So what do
You
they
can't, it's
change?
mine.
What do they add or change in Try?
Well, besides those new monsters that I named off, they actually took out a lot of them to make room for the new ones. The
Yeah.
only ones that stayed were the Raytheon, the Rathalos, and the Diablos.
It was probably due to
Diablos,
console because they
Manobos.
kept adding
Shit.
pretty much, right?
Shit.
Did they just keep adding monsters every single time?
Yeah,
Or
every game there was
Either
new
new-
monsters.
yeah.
Is this the first one that they took away though?
I think so because they
Why?
they replaced everything with like
Different
something
types.
that was really similar to it,
Like
but,
Gaia
still a new
drones
monster.
are essentially Jackie.
Because like there's, did they fight the exact same way?
Pretty,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
The
Well,
only
okay,
thing that they
makes sense.
have, only thing that Jaggy really had, they did like the tail whip thing. They did multiple times. Other than that,
Yeah, they added new animations too, but like character models. Well, I'm talking like from game to game. They might have added like new attacks for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for not like I just like the Rathalos,
Yeah,
something like that.
There's new fireball attacks.
Oh yeah.
They also took out for some people don't know why, but they got rid of the bow, the gun
Yeah.
lance, the hunting horn, and dual swords. But they added the switch axe, which is a base. It's kind of like the
Hammer
great
and
sword,
axe, or is it sword and axe?
It's kind of like a great sword, but it has different attacks than the normal great sword does. But it can transform into a switch axe or like a big two-handed axe, basically. Two-handed axe, basically, when you were using it in axe mode, it charged up a file, which like a meter, basically, kind of like the longsword, but you switched it to the greatsword mode, and it used it up, and it either gave attack increase or elemental damage. And you also had another ability where you could press a button and hold it, and it would just charge, and it would basically just cause an explosion of whatever the special effect on
That's
that
pretty
weapon
sweet.
was.
Is it just like a giant AoE around you, or wherever you?
It's right where the edge of the blade is. It
That's
like,
pretty sweet.
just like that. But it caused your sharpness to go down pretty fast. And
Same with gun lances, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you had to recharge it after a while but it wasn't useless still, even when you had to recharge it. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
every
pretty
weapon
good
has
bonus.
its own perks and benefits and drawbacks.
Gosh, that's
So it
horrible.
really comes down to preference. So all right, great segue. Which is your job, but you're in the middle of playing.
Yeah,
He's Master of Segways. That's his title.
officially.
Yeah, officially.
Last on a segue.
Master of Segway. So
I just sounds like I'm really good at being a monk.
dude that invented Segway go off a cliff on a Segway.
That's how I'd go.
So okay. Favorite weapon class. Holden.
Greatsword hammer.
Wah.
We've already answered this question. I like big things, and I like hitting things really hard with big things.
He's of course referring
Women
to
things he
when
doesn't
they
know
knocked
is not-
over underwater. It did.
Body parts.
It got knocked off balance underwater. I never knew that was a thing.
Sorry, women, but Holden's taken.
Hey, Holden, remember when we said in high school you're going to make some woman very happy one day?
We lied.
No. Megan's very happy.
I thought I'd high five that one.
But that wasn't even a high five. That was anyway.
Michael.
It's like a 3-way tie between greatsword, bow, and lance.
Those are weapons, I guess.
Completely
Yeah.
different weapons.
Okay, so pick between those three.
I don't know. Great swords and bows are pretty similar.
Granted, you pick something based on what a monster read to. I understand that part, but like a go-to thing if you're going out scavenging, you just want to take one. Since you want to take one.
I'm gonna say
Same.
sword, I guess.
Same.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say gourd.
Wow.
I like grape like
You
when
like
you take
saying
a,
great, and then swords are great.
it's like when you take out a bow, like you can fight like a monster, but like when the little monsters are around you,
Kinda
they're like fast. It's useless. So you basically have to run away. With the little monsters, like you can.
So practicality,
Yeah,
the greatsword
practicality.
is out of those three. The greatsword is one of your
Yeah,
your preference.
definitely.
It's
Yeah.
the most versatile out of the three.
Okay.
Yeah, it really
How do
is.
you fight with a lance? Is it just pokey poke?
Yeah, you poke it and you can charge. And you can also
You can
move
do
while you're
uppercut.
blocking. That's
Yeah,
like
you can do like that, and the sword shoot. You can block and do like stab.
Oh, that's
attacks
cool.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes equipped with the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but like
it's a
lance when you're
defensive one.
when you're guarding with lance, you can move and you can't do that with
Oh, so it's like
any other weapon.
so it's like Dark Souls.
A little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, Seth.
I'd have to say I really like hammer and greatsword for the same reason as Holden. I also like long swords, but I never got a chance to use them very effectively. Long swords get released later in this game, which I haven't gotten to.
Too far, and I don't know why they did that.
You have to go really far in the game before you start.
You get
getting,
the switch axe first, I think.
Yeah, switch axe I would have rather
way
had
more
later.
advanced.
I also liked bows as far as range goes, and I thought we'd bring this up too real quick. If you have a bow, you can't wear your blade armor with it.
Yeah,
There's
different-
separate armor classifications for
Yeah, I noticed
range
that when I was
and
making my
up
blade
close.
Blade Master and Gunner armor.
Yeah, Blade Master and Gunner. I really do want to, and the same reason, and Holden does too, want to get into hunting horns because you play music on hunting horns.
Hunting
Go
horns,
figure. It's a hammer that you can play a song with,
And give buffs.
and you get buffs like health regen, attack up, many
Cha
different
Cha,
things.
no! Sorry.
Cha-Cha's not dead.
Oh, okay.
There's no X by him. He lives.
Cha-Cha's your helper.
Yeah, people use hunting horn. It's like crazy.
And if they're really good at it,
yeah,
they're
because they're
really
always
good at
really
it.
yeah they are.
oh
Alright.
gosh.
Mario.
Don't
My
ask Conrad,
favorite
we all
weapon
know.
is the longsword, and because
'Cause Conrad
it's
needs
a
friends.
fast weapon.
Because
and-
Colin paid you off, right?
it's a fast weapon, and like I really like the designs for it.
Yeah, they're
And
really
specifically,
cool.
there's this one in Portable Third called the Tetsaiga, and it's exactly how it is if you ever seen Inuyasha. His
Oh
sword,
wow, cool.
how when it comes out, it's like a huge blade instead of a long sword, and
When you sheath it, it's all smaller. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, my favorite.
No, we
I already
don't
said it. My favorite is longsword, of course, because it's just
What did I
it's
just
the
say?
best. Like everything is weak against it. But when I'm tired
It's
of
not
being
true
too
at all.
that's true.
No Holden.
Because the
everything.
cool thing about the
He's
the demon
emerging!
mode, the sharpness doesn't even matter. It cuts straight through everything, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
But when I'm tired of being too powerful for the
Finally.
monsters, I do go with dual swords because they are pretty fun too.
They're fast. That's
Yeah,
what I
they're
like
really
about
fast,
these
and like
swords.
the combos are really fun, and it has its own kind of demon.
I am so glad
Demon
that this thing goes
that
out of
burns
water
stamina
eventually,
instead of its own.
so I can fight it.
What did it do? Like,
Cut
run out
its
of breath
tail
in the
off.
water?
Yeah, that's what you do when it's out of water. So I can get it. Oh gosh, I had to say something. You don't
Hit it.
care go back. You stay here, young man. No.
Young man,
And
that's
the
probably
thing-
like
the thing
800
that
years
I
old.
Do the attack that swings around and then up,
It's an infinite combo.
Do it.
That's outside.
Yeah, it is.
and fucking do it.
So, what's the
No, I want to cut the tail off.
what's the Plesioth hit?
Yes!
Plesioth
Yeah.
hip check is the most broken move in any game ever made ever. That's all you need to know.
You get hip check as Sakura in Street Fighter 4.
Not the same.
Not the same at all.
Does it land the blow if they're behind you?
No, you're saying it's overpowered in every single game possible.
You will have.
that she doesn't hip check. I'm saying.
No. This one.
This
is the
one,
most
if it doesn't touch you, it still touches you.
Yeah, it really does.
So describe it.
It's
You wanna
it's
play
it's the Plesioth is basically like this giant
Fish
like
dragon.
amphibian looking weaver thing, and you get out of the water with a sonic bomb, and once it's out, it does a few attacks which are pretty like basic attacks, like a water
Charge
attack,
or
like a
water
water water.
beam.
And it'll do like a
Hydro
tail
pump.
swipe if you get close.
Normal tail swipe. And did it have one where it like just dropped down or something? Is that something else? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
But
it's charged. It dropped down and like swam
yeah,
across
like
the
it
surface
slithered
of
on the
land.
ground really fast, like a snake, and hit you. But it has one attack called the hip check, which it did way
Fairly
too often.
oftenly, yeah.
And
It knew that was its most powerful attack by far.
And even with my Nargacuga armor, with my increased invulnerability during my evades and all that, somehow, even if I was nowhere near it, I could be behind it, in front of it, like in the base camp, I could still get hit by it.
It's in Area 8 and you're just in your base camp where nothing should technically happen.
Yeah, no monsters can enter base.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
You fainted. I literally just started. Fainted.
Is that a burst of pelvic? Not even pelvic something, just pelvic.
I was like, that's an adjective. You need to say something.
Your girlfriend's an English major.
I know. I know.
This joke has layers.
So,
Did she give you a plus down hip check all the time too?
to who am I giving this to? I think you mean to whom. No. No, I don't.
I hate words.
And another thing that I've noticed in Try is that they added like more moves to the weapons. So like for example, the great sword, you can there's a staggering move that you can do,
Which I just did.
and there's this and with the great sword you could do like this.
No,
Instead of charging overhead and doing a swipe, you could like turn back and kind of hold it and then swipe. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's just a charged downward slash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
they
a
added,
different.
They added
Sorry.
new. You mean like like finishing combos and all that kind of stuff for the new weapons? Because in the third generation they added actually a bunch of things. Like
They
you said,
they added swimming, but we'll get to that.
well, yeah, some of them but like all the weapons had different
Now they
powered
put on
moves.
stuff.
What the heck was that?
Like
Just hit it in its big toe and a trip or what?
Yeah, no, like it hit it in its big toe. It had perfect balance, and then it fell. Over.
That's appropriate then.
No, it was like, oh gosh, you hit me.
Then the other thing with like the longsword after you do your whole demon mode thing,
yeah.
if you you can do like this extra slash. It's like
The downward one?
Like no, it's a final attack. That's
Yeah.
like if you do get your normal combo and then you get that final attack, and if that attack hits, it increases your is it the power and sharpness or just power?
I think it's power.
Oh,
It's
you're
just
right.
power.
You're right. I don't
And you
remember
can
doing
do
that.
it. They do three times, and it'll glow red the first time, then yellow, then purple. I think.
Yes, it's going
Yeah.
somewhere else,
And
but
then
not
like
into
yeah,
the water.
it lasts that way until I think until your power bar runs out, but you can keep refilling the power bar by doing more combos.
Oh, dude, I can get the.
So
Yankees blade.
it's a pretty cool system. Like it keeps you more engaged. I like it obviously.
So
But-
so they added swimming from 2 to 3.
Now all the battles are 3D. So freaking complicated.
Yeah. So that makes it pretty nuts. So like with the Raytheon and the Rathalos sort of deal, they're flying dragons. So they're either on the ground or they're up in the air. Not all weapons get hit up in the air, but
Those can.
so it was just a 2-layer sort of deal. And then they added swimming, underwater battles, and farming and all that stuff. Like there are resources you could only get underwater.
Quick note: the worst monster in this game is very underrated, and you don't even notice them until they're there. Cats.
Fucking cats.
The
Yeah.
cats. They come. They hit you. They're
They-
small.
okay.
Wait,
They
the
don't
black
even
cats.
die.
The
black
black cats will hit you and steal your stuff.
The white cats
Japan
don't bother
talking to
you.
you. The white cats don't do anything. Like they don't do anything.
How fitting.
The white
Japan.
cats look like they
Classy.
walk around like elderly people, like with their little cat canes, and they don't do anything unless you
hit them.
Yeah, if you hit them first, they'll like slap you with the cane, and like they don't take items though, do they? They just get angry.
No, I think they
throw
do.
bombs at you.
Yeah, they
sometimes.
throw
They throw
like
bombs.
small bombs and feline bombs and stuff at you.
But they just attack. Like I just hate it. I hate the cats.
Why the black ones gotta hit you and steal stuff?
Why the white ones gotta have canes?
And the black ones are only out at night, right?
No, they're
That,
out.
that'd have been the worst. That'd just been a whole other step.
Black ones only come out at night. They steal your stuff and they attack you. They mug you. Like, that is what they do. If you get hit by one of your attacks, you lose something. They mug you,
Also, cats don't die.
Yeah, you hit
They
them
just
enough
like get
times-
knocked out and they like
and then they dig underground,
and go away.
and they go away, and then they'll come back.
Yeah, they leave like little. Yeah,
They
like
leave
social
Supply
items
items are
sometimes.
typically what they leave. Is this already limping?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's looking harder.
Capture it. And another thing that they added in Try was for example, what I remember with the Rathalos is that it would, when you fight it, at some points it would knock you down, and it would actually like fly onto you. And pin you there.
Yeah.
Same with the
you
Wii
had to
games,
like press A or something to like get out.
You have to shake.
In the Wii, you have to shake.
Do you use classic or do you use the Wii nunchucks?
I think
classic
I
you hit A.
I use classic controller.
The best way though to get rid of it is like to play multiplayer and have somebody hit it once or twice, and that always worked. But for some reason, trying to get it off yourself was very, very difficult.
Really?
Well, not for some. I mean, obviously, it's a big ass dragon on your chest. It's not going to be easy, but like,
bro, you
guys don't bench press dragons?
Sorry, wyverns, sir, or wyvern, depending
Oh,
on
anyone
your
knows how to-
vernacular. All right.
I thought it was.
Oh, you got knocked to the next area.
That's actually good because I'm going to sharpen my blade.
Yeah.
I love it when that happens.
And I probably would have been like dazed.
Oh yeah, accidental things that happen every once in a while. So in multiplayer, there's like numb friendly fire where you can hit your friends, but it doesn't actually do any damage.
But it knocks them.
But like depending on your weapons, like if you have a great sword and you do the uppercut, and your buddy happens to walk into your uppercut,
or you intentionally hit them.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
Or
Get them
you're
out of the
aiming
way.
at them. It'll knock them like 15 feet into the air.
Damn
But
it.
sometimes
Just
if they're
go away
like in
to
the middle of
other
a combo
region and sleep.
and they get knocked up into the air, sometimes the wyvern will be like targeting them and it'll knock them out of the attack. Like I remember a few times with the Royal Ludroth, he does this little like barrel roll thing, and I get knocked up into the air, and as I'm arcing over him, he rolls up underneath me and I land on the other side of him. It was one of the craziest things I ever had.
Bam!
It was like awesome.
Seth wins.
I wounded its chest right before I killed it, and it's now like it's all thundery too. It's cool.
Carve that bitch.
I will.
Right. Are there any?
I am.
You're clipping through them. Are there any other like accidents or glitches that have occurred to you guys in this game at all, or is it like pretty
I've
clean?
actually never.
It's a really
experienced
clean game.
a
Yeah.
glitch, now that I think about it.
The only
I never actually
thing
noticed
is not the drop. That's the
check.
Well, yeah, that's.
That's about it.
But they didn't.
But that's become a-
I
that's
thought
become
that
a
was
thing.
intentional. Like,
Yeah.
After a while, they're just like, no, we're going to leave that one.
We can fix it, or
let's
we
just
can annoy
leave
the
it.
crap out of everyone again. I want it to be more broken in the next one, kind of.
I don't know if it was a glitch, but like there will be some times where I'll be fighting like a Rathalos or Raytheon, and it will like scream like 5 times. And it's just like
In a row.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'll just like
Oh, yeah,
okay,
that
let's
was
fight
the
it.
worst.
Let's fight it.
I've noticed things like that too. I'm trying to milk 55 minutes.
Every now and again, they just like stand there, like they're not doing anything, and you're attacking it, and they're just standing there like looking around.
Yeah.
Like the AI turns into AD, artificial dumb.
Yeah.
I just
Hey
made
guys,
that
I got.
This is me patting myself on the back.
Don't worry, dude. It's on camera.
Large monster bones, guys. I have them.
Okay, one thing that should be mentioned is the difficulty curve in this game.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have somebody holding your hand,
Like I did.
this game is really hard at the
Yeah, this game
beginning.
doesn't. We didn't talk about this, but the beginning of the games didn't really talk about, or the beginning games didn't give you much of the tutorial. It just kind of threw you in and you had to go and figure it out. And as more games came out, they kind of like gave you little tidbits. They didn't give you everything at all.
Okay, we'll tell you how some things work.
But even then, it's like they give you the base layer, but everything that in this game goes super deep.
The curve for this game is actually so considerable that I'm pretty sure this is the game that prepared me for the Soul series. Like, because when I compare them in my head, they're the only things that I have to compare to each other in pace and in weight and initial difficulty curve. Because as soon as you get a hold of this game, you can sprint through a bunch of crap and fight a bunch of different things. And Demon Souls, Dark Souls, like when you first start, it's the hardest game you've ever played in your life. But as soon as you get good, it's still really hard, but you know how to not die as often. Yeah. Actually, the first time where I really learned the difficulty curve for this game was in Freedom 1, the first time I fought the Rathalos. Because I didn't understand anything about the game. I didn't understand what skills did. I didn't understand that, like, equipment sets were really important and stuff like that, and I didn't understand like bringing your own items was a good idea. So I'd come into the Rathalos with mismatching armor, an underpowered weapon, and no extra items. And I got wrecked, I don't know, for about 3 weeks straight.
Not knowing how to fix it.
Not knowing how to fix it. Because there was some times where I got good enough to survive him, but then the time would run out. Because I wouldn't be able to fight him aggressively because I'd run out of healing items after a while and just have to like play really, really defensively and just go back and forth and back and forth. And finally, I started like gathering herbs and mushroom stuff and making my own healing items, and I got him with like 2 minutes to spare. Freaking hard.
From that point on, you were a monster expert.
Basically.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up for real this time.
We're gonna wrap up with Trunk Buck.
So, as always, we're gonna end on what game. It's either like what game epitomizes the franchise for you personally, like what your favorite game is, or if you had to recommend one, what would it be? It's your pick. Holden, what would you say?
Either Freedom 2.
We totally teetered off at the end here, though.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
Either
we're getting
was
tired. Getting sleepy.
Shit, either Unite or Ultimate. 3 Ultimate. Because they are kind of the peak for each like generational group
So far.
Because in 3 Ultimate, when it started the 3rd generation, they took a bunch of monsters out and a few weapons. But in Ultimate is when they like gathered the 1st generation up. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with Holden on that. The
Did I
Unite
even
for
say it
sure.
was your turn?
Shut up.
Michael. Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, I'm picking up what Holden said. Yeah, I totally agree.
I think Longsword.
Yeah, Unite was great. It was besides the first one, of course, it was really balanced. Like it had all the things from like the previous games. They hadn't at that point. They hadn't gotten rid of any of the monsters. They had added a bunch of new weapons.
Oh yeah, you can't pause in this game. Continue.
Oh yeah.
We never talked about it. You can't pause in this game.
You
Ever.
can,
It's
you
all
can
the time.
single player in Freedom 2.
And Unite.
And Unite?
Yeah,
You
but
can turn your
other than that-
PSP on sleep mode.
No, you can go to the pause menu or the menu. Because like if you're in the menu trying to craft, everything around you is still moving.
Right, but there's no pause menu in this game.
Yeah.
It's like an options menu kind of, and you can pause from that options menu, but it pauses you also.
Okay.
And, yeah, you can't do anything.
Yeah, see, it's like this. It's like, see the monsters like going around, then I go to
can't see
pause.
Oh yeah.
Everything's
I
paused.
can't see.
Purple and pink Raytheons. Nice.
You don't need to
just
see it.
Regular
Yeah,
Raytheon,
who
pink
cares?
That's what I meant. Why did I
Mr.
say purple?
Longsword. So,
I like your
You
big
guys couldn't see that, but okay.
Yeah, we could.
yeah, we could. It's on camera. We started recording for the second half.
Totally
Just-
forgot.
He looks like he's out of angle vision though. Seriously.
No, he's in.
Really?
Yeah, I put him in. Yeah, he's in there, right?
I don't know.
Oh, see.
I don't know.
So, Ultimate and Freedom.
We're all in here.
Yeah, Ultimate for sure because it has everything from all the games. It's more like all the zones and all that. Yeah, but if you're not too into buying a Wii U or a 3DS right now, like you said, PSP, Unite is a perfectly good option.
Alright.
I want Ultimate really, really, really.
It's not your
bad.
turn!
I don't care. Okay, Carmen went out of turn. I could do it too. So
Mario?
I'd have to agree. Just probably I'd start, or well, you guys can start with Unite, and
Just get both.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
Let's just get
what
both.
is that? Is that the Lao Shen Lung Cannon?
Jin Moran.
Next person. Go.
Michael?
Michael's in the middle of playing. Right
I
now.
agree. I'm gonna have to say long swords. No, really. Freedom
I
Unite.
Colin can't disagree though. It's like,
I
yeah.
approve.
Yeah, Freedom Unite. That's where I'd say.
It's a
Just
good
because that's like the most recent I played, and it's really great.
And it's gonna run away.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's gonna run away.
Okay.
No, Tyler, I insist. You. I'd say, from what it sounds and looks like, I'd say Ultimate. It has a lot of the new stuff and the old stuff still in there. I've never
Yeah.
played it, but I
Totally flipped the switch on all of us for this version of the recording, man.
What?
Because everyone picked something different, but now everyone's choosing freaking Ultimate.
Because Ultimate looks
Unite.
really, really nice.
It does. Like if I had a Wii.
Yeah, it's in HD and all that.
Am I not even
Am I the
that
only
old
one?
stuff?
Am I the only one that's not gonna pick it?
Yes.
Well, it's the newest. I mean,
You're the only one who's only played one game.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna recommend this game.
Oh.
I gotta pick the original because you're gonna get the most genuine experience out of everything. You have no like me going into Monster Hunter. I'm not gonna have. Obviously I do now, but when I was going, I had an expectation because of the previous podcast. But at the end of the first recording, my opinion is still the same now. I want to go back and play the original because that was the.
Thank you.
See, I was just
Thank you,
talking.
Chuck.
Oh no, that was actually nothing. It
Oh, yeah,
sometimes
it
does
fizzed
out.
out.
Yeah.
That one didn't shit.
No, I hit Cha-Cha.
No, Cha-Cha's
Cha-Cha's
underground,
good.
bruh.
Cha-Cha's good, yo. But I'd have to pick the original because that was the first try. Like you got what the main intentions of Capcom was, and they gave it all their all for that first go. And then they just kept adding on to it because they knew it freaking worked because of how successful it was. But that first outing is probably the most like, in my opinion, it has to be the most enlightening thing for Monster Hunter out of everything because of how
Need a sack.
little it had compared to the rest of the series. You're just gonna say that.
Need a sack.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Dang it.
I'm done.
I didn't get my sack.
I feel like now that Tyler has made all those points, I really agree with that. The only downside of the original is, of course, you get a really pure experience, but the servers have been shut down. Obviously, the PS2 was old as balls, and like
Actually, you could probably go back and people have made dedicated servers for the game. I wouldn't doubt that.
never mind. I'm wrong. I didn't say anything.
Well, whether you're wrong or you're right, there's
He's
a
wrong,
possibility.
everybody.
There's always
Great George is better. He admitted it. He said he was wrong.
You can edit that around.
I'm wrong. Great George is better. Long swords
Better
suck.
not.
like obvious changes. So, like, long swords are the worst things ever. I mean, they just have awful attacks.
You gotta say it like robot.
Why do I have
You gotta-
honey? What the?
Alright, on that note, thank you guys for listening to the Assist King podcast. Come back in 2 weeks, and
Yes, we
our
do.
next episode will be the Uncharted franchise. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys very much. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, you Dr. Nick.
Peace.
You shoot the shells, and then, or you have to roll
No, I
up the
didn't want
windows. You have to roll up the blinds on the windows first.
No, I don't want this.
Yes, Ma?
No. No.
Yeah.
What's this newspaper thing? Let me see.
I'm in the paper.
Did you have like a bunch of them?
I didn't even see those.
You heard someone?
Yeah.
Front page?
Yeah, I heard stuff. He's right here, though, so he's okay.
That's okay, it's just